listen, I had a problem with the thumbnail and the imagery that I wanted to lift, to symbolize the Aries woman. And it was just giving me difficulty. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the winds picked up. The winds picked up. If this ain't Saturn trying to get in the way, I don't know what it is. But I told them, fuck you, Saturn. We ain't doing this today. Not today. I'm gonna get this done. Fuck you. I did. I cuss him out. I did. I paid for it though. But fuck it. The Aries woman. You all know I'm gonna get a drink. Oh my God, what can I say about the Aries woman? Don't forget that Aries is the baby. And the Aries woman, let me tell you, she is so deliciously irresistible. Delicious. I hate to objectify a woman like that, but you have to. You have to. See, and what makes her so tantalizing and so like, ooh, is that she acts so innocent, so self-unaware, pulling from her opposite polarity, Libra. Oop, oop, be doop. And then you have those that go, oop, oop, be doop, oop, oop, be doop. And you know it's an act with her. But you just let her do her act. Because she's just so irresistible. You're gonna explode as a man. The first type, because we're talking about human sensuality, not sexuality. But here we have a little problem though. We have a little problem with the Aries woman type A. She is double fire, double trouble, double fire. She's sensual, but she don't know it. She don't know it. She is completely detached from her own sensuality. For real. She doesn't seem to be aware that just her being herself, and being that girly, because it can be very, very girly in how she talks and how she acts. Like, you almost feel guilty. You feel like you're having sex with a child. She's so irresistible and so innocent. And she really is innocent. See, she is very friendly with men. And she really sees men as equals. But she's very aware of her impact on men. Just on casual observation, casual, even encounter. She'll bar her eyes and she'll talk like a little girl, and she'll walk with a gait that is hard to notice her. She, especially if she wants you to notice her. Most of the time, she's really not interested in calling a man's attention for anything. She's always active, out and about, and doing her thing. When she likes a man, she digresses. She digresses into a little girl. Especially if a man hits on her. She can be a real masculine energy and command and do things and take charge and not really care what men think. Just do what I tell you or do what's expected of you. And I've caught Aries women off guard. I had this Aries woman, she was a manager, and she was upset about something, and she kept on and on and on and on, and I'm listening to her, and then I go, yeah, but you're still beautiful. And she stops, and she gets confused. She looks at me like she wasn't expecting that. You're still beautiful. No. And it's almost like she became awkward. Maybe she has opinions about me as a man that maybe she thought I was gay or bi or something, or that I wasn't interested in a fiery alpha type woman like her, and directly said it to her. And she went, and she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to say. And I meant what I said. I meant the feelings I was trying to emit to her. And she was quiet the whole day and avoided me. And I'm like, she is all upfront. All this vibrato. But when she is approached by a man that truly wants to seduce her, she digresses into a challenge. She runs away. Oh, it's the cutest thing to see. The baby comes out in the Aries woman. It's fierce. The Aries woman type A. But you see, in time, she learns the power of her sensuality. Because she ain't fucking no dudes. It ain't about having sex. No, those are other videos. We're talking about the mere essence of being. Unfortunately, the Aries woman is very disconnected from her own sensuality. She is. Especially type A. It's double fire. So busy she is in making a point, trying to make a point. And I know a lot of Aries women that run shit, And I'm like, damn, ain't this bitch tired? She, it's like a Duracell battery that keeps on and on and on and on and on and on. That she don't take the time to pause and be in tune with her own body responses. If I was to touch a woman like her gently underneath and squeeze, and she'll be very offended. She'll wince. Like someone was trying to grab her coochie. They're very offended and very awkward. There's an awkwardness that she feels when the opposite sex becomes sensual towards her, especially if he touches her. She might not like it, and then that soul will come out. But she may need that touch. You know, she's still a woman. And a woman, just like a man probably is a little bit more complex. So, and that's, yeah, I'm going to have to do a damn video about it. But women, especially the Aries woman, seems to really have an issue connecting to her own body. It's like she doesn't know her own body. She does not know how to respond to sensual touch. Because if we are going to be for real, out of the 12 signs of the zodiac, the sign that deals with sensuality is Taurus. But everybody got Taurus in their birth chart somewhere. And the process of sensuality is the end result with Taurus. It's not the end result with the other signs. They have to get to that point, to that evolution. And that means knowing yourself, knowing your body, knowing what your body needs, what it wants. The Aries woman is completely detached from that. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she needs when it comes to sensuality. And she is not connected to her own sensuality, which is why it's difficult for her to connect to somebody else's. Even though there may be cognitive awareness of it, there's no existential example of actually working through those emotions and feelings that will allow her to feel comfortable expressing her sensuality. You know, now she how can I put it? It's something that it's a learned behavior. Let me put it to you this way. With the Aries woman, it's a learned behavior to suppress or to even ignore her powerful capacity for deep sensuality. Especially if she has any type of insecurities about her own body. This is also going to make the ability to connect sensually with your own body far worse. The process to evolve from that could take longer. If she's in bed with a man, the man might say that she's cold, or feels cold, or appears cold, or doesn't seem to understand the cues of emotional responses based through sensuality and intimacy. The Aries woman is a late bloomer in this area. She learns this much later in life, not right away. And this is what causes her to feel like there's something missing, there's a lack with the men in her life. But what she does is that instead of delving into the heart of the matter, she projects it onto the men in her life, like it's their fault. They are the ones doing what needs to be doing to stimulate her and get her on. So she will jump from relationship to relationship, and when things get real, intimate, she pulls away. And she might not even understand why she's doing it. It's fierce. The Aries woman type A, because there's 4 types. The Aries woman type A takes time. It takes time for her to mature to that level. So her sexual responses when we're dealing with sensuality for an Aries woman might appear immature, and it probably is, because this aspect of her femininity was never nurtured. So now she has to play catch up and not understand that is really what it is. When a woman is comfortable with her own body, she can be comfortable with a man's body. And comfortable, and even invoke in him his own sense of sensuality. Because men have kind of a similar issue, but in the opposite side of the tracks. Especially when, and I'm talking about all men, not just Aries men. They're ready to fuck. That's what they do. Petting, foreplay, that goes out the window. No, they want to fuck. So men also are depriving themselves or changing themselves of this sensuality that could be naturally inherent in them. This is why maybe women found them attractive in the first place. But then when they go into the bed and the men just fuck them and then leave them, they feel betrayed, disenfranchised. And the men like, what happened? I gave you a good fuck. What happened? I'm good. You're not good. Because sensuality has nothing to do with sex or sexual interplay. It has to do with the resonance of your energy in your body and letting that come out. But this entails a high level of trust on the part of the woman to trust herself, because it's a form of embracing and accepting an aspect of your nature. And but this can be fucked up due to conditioning. And women have been unfortunately severely told to toe the line. Don't do this, don't do that. Oh, that might be too much. I don't know, you're gonna shy him away. And I'm so glad that this generation of women are moving away from that. Fuck that shit. If he don't like my shit, then he better go get this somewhere else. This is what I do. I like this and I like that. If I want to grab his ass or grab his dick or do something and be touchy-feely, then good. But if he don't like it, I'm gonna get me another nigga that will. My own experience, and this, she was an Aries, a Taurus, a woman in Maryland. She used to love touching me. My legs, my thighs. She couldn't take her hands off of me. This, I'm not saying this for clout for myself, but I'm saying that because that was her way of expressing sensuality. And I allow her to. You know, yes, free touch all you want. You know, and that gave her lots of foreplay and gratification before we got into the intercourse. Every woman is different, and every woman has a different requirement that will lead her to that level of sensuality. But it has to start with her loving her own body first and being aware of her deep sensuality and how it impacts her partners. I know women, not just Aries women, that walk with such sensuality that it stops men on their tracks. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please donate. Please give. This is the Aries woman type A. Each segment will be 20 minutes.